Hello and welcome to the show. We start this week's FailRace episode with a raging red rabbit having found the FailRace grass in Forza 6. There's a special place in Road Atlanta. There is a piece of grass that just kind of likes to launch cars onto their side. The Skyline Shrine doesn't quite get it, and Pretzer goes, and there we go, straight over. A bit like the curb we had on Underground 2 last week. The Skyline, I think, then goes over at a much lower speed. Yeah, something magic about that part of the road. That one kid, also on Forza 6, gets his Raptor stuck on his side. His friend with an Indy car comes to rescue him, and I mean, it's not stuck on its side anymore. The Raptor is now doing a merry dance, and still it spins. Still we go. Eventually comes down and back on its side. Although he does manage to rescue it this time. I was kind of hoping that we would get back stuck on its side and then couldn't move again. But yeah, it does eventually rescue that one. Zombie Cheese on a Forza 6 doing an endurance race with his Peugeot. Is lapping some AI cars. Runs his car across the curb. Just launches it up enough in the air that it goes round. But never fear, because a helpful AI is here to rescue his vehicle and get it pointing back in the right direction. That is about the most useful I've ever seen an AI ever, certainly in Forza, at recovering the vehicle perfectly well. AOB Baseline is got a car trying to drift around his Indy vehicle. I'm sure we've all tried this at some point, trying to get the car to do the donut around a parked vehicle. The Mercedes not quite getting it right, and then gets a little bit angry and decides the Indy car should go for a front flip. I mean, that's a pretty impressive start. I think it's more impressive than the donut, to be honest. Maxius Shepard on GTA 5 going for the stunt jump with his Sultan may have taken a little bit too much speed and hits the billboard and parked. Yeah, your car is is quite well and truly stuck up there. X-Dom the Bomb also on GTA 5 doing a race, gets a little bored, decides to play with the scenery. The scenery decides that this isn't much fun and the Inferno should go, well, really quite a long way. That is many rolls. Unfortunately, you can't quite land it as it explodes on the rooftop. That's an impressive distance, though, from that explosion. Douglas 1 on GTA San Andreas has got a monster truck. A monster truck's a great fun vehicle to drive around in any game. However, this particular taxi is not so keen on said monster truck and decides the monster truck would be better off on its side. The taxi is a little bit squashed, but is still working fine. I think it did just drive into a wall, though. The monster truck, on the other hand, is not fine. It's wedged and is now kind of bouncing and vibrating his way around across the floor, but is not going to be able to be rescued from there. So all you need to defeat a monster truck is a taxi. Rare Gliscor 1 on the crew is doing one of the races, and this is why you shouldn't cut corners where you can't quite see what's hidden behind a bush, because you never know when it might be a wrecked car, and the Camaro goes flying up into the scenery. Hydrogen Nuke is also racing on the crew when we have the special force fields that go around the traffic lights here. Means the McLaren shall not pass. Also, the AI cars were having real difficulties getting past. I don't know what on earth they have done to this traffic light, but the McLaren may have tipped over a little bit. He gets the car reset, and the traffic lights still have their magic force field around them. Yeah, they're obviously quite important traffic lights, them ones who have gone to all of that effort. Yo Defty on Need for Speed 2015 is racing around the city as he's racing against Porsche. As they go up towards the next corner, though, Porsche kind of takes the same line as him, ends up getting sort of stuck together. The Supra climbs over the 911 and is then wedged on the kind of scenery, really. Police don't care about the Supra, so kind of's got that going for him, at least. White Moo Cow is following a police car. Now, these are the people that are supposed to uphold the law, not really doing a very good job of following it. That was a very big corner cut across places they shouldn't go, and then the next turn, yeah, that's into oncoming traffic, and very nearly scraped the pickup. So yeah, the Need for Speed police are not particularly good either. S. Muller 9 on Gran Turismo 2, with the AI getting a very suspicious all of a sudden speed boost. So to slow this down is a little bit of a short clip, but look on the inside. The two cars are actually phased through one another. A little bit of cheaty tactic, and then the game decides to readjust this by firing the red car, out in front. I mean, that's one way to get a speed boost, I guess. It kind of works. Up next, we have got Static Sheep on a Just Cause 2. Bails out of the car while it's in reverse, manages to run over some people. and then the car doesn't stop moving. This is very rare for Just Cause. Normally the second you're out of a vehicle and it still slightly brushes something, it explodes. But this one, nope, we're just going to go around in circles, in reverse, as you do. You gotta love the vehicles of Just Cause. And speaking of Just Cause, Paddy Fancy on Just Cause 3 has spotted a bus that got some assistance from one of the authority buggies, and it's off. And the worst thing is there's nothing he can do about it to try and stop it. His car's stuck on the crash barrier. He sat there watching, and the bus is going to make it across the beach and going towards the sea now and straight in. I love that the driver of the bus did absolutely nothing to stop this at any point whatsoever. Just straight down the side and into the water. He goes over to have an investigate as well, and well, there's now nobody left around the bus. I think the driver might have been slumped over. Yeah, he is slumped over in the driver's seat there. Don't know what on earth went on there, but yeah, bus was definitely down in that. Sam Wooyer on Halo 5 was using the gunner seat on the Warthog to try and take out some of the Prometheans, but tries to back it up after he's taken some damage and promptly gets stuck. This is the Warthog that is, the great all-terrain vehicle, is now well and truly a bit wedged. So you can often use a grenade to try and unwedge Warthogs. It's a fairly sensible tactic. Unfortunately, said tactic went quite wrong. As soon as it was unwedged, he then reverses it off a cliff and explodes. Probably would have been better off just leaving the vehicle, in all honesty. And finally, we have F1 Kieran on Fallout 4 notices something peculiar going on while talking to one of the robot pirates, and we've got a rolling car on Fallout 4. Well, I say a rolling car. There's not very much of a car left, but something about it is unhappy. As off it goes. I think you can just about see, I think there's a dead body stuck in the car and physics is glitching up massively. Look at it tumble! There is so many rolls for the vehicle and still it goes. I didn't think we would ever have a clip from Fallout 4 on here, being, you can't drive vehicles on it, but we found a rolling car. There's still going. It's still going. Eventually, it does. The clip ends. I think the cars probably carry on rolling, perhaps forever, over there. But, yeah, there we go. That is it for this episode. If you have clips you would like to submit to this series, then you can via our forums. There will be a link in the description. At the very top of the page is the FailRace clip submission section, and in there you can find all of the rules and how to submit clips. But that is it from me. Thank you very much for watching, and until next time, goodbye.